Podcast Arise!
'Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 37 of LostinTranslationmon. I'm May.
And I'm Jay.
And this week we watched Appmon episode 37, Invasion, the Ultimate Appmon's Ultimate 4. What were your favourite bits?
So, I mean, we had the Ultimate 4 being introduced, and they're all very effective and everything. I think the best bits we need to talk about, very simply, are Catchmon dying, which was it was a very well done scene. I couldn't believe, like, it just kept going. It's like, oh, he's beginning to die. Oh, what'll happen? Oh, he just died. Okay, here comes a chip. Oh, the chip dissolved. Oh god, he's actually dead. So that was probably the best part of the episode because it was executed really, really well. Then I don't know what else happened in this that was any good.
Well, I really liked the fact that the fight was about to start, and the Ultimate 4 goes, kill the Appli drivers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, you thought that they were going to, clash and have the dramatic fight, and I mean, they do fight in the episode, and that's like the worst part of the episode is them just being a big fighto. But the fact that the Ultimate 4 jump up and you think, oh, they're going to fight with the Ultimate Appmon that the main characters have, and instead they sort of jump over them and say, kill the Appli drivers, because that's their goal.
But yeah, and it would solve the problem, which was good. And it's not to say the fighting was bad, right? I don't think it belongs in the negatives. It's just that it wasn't all that interesting.
Well, just because it's it is still my negative, but not only because that was the main thing. It was a big fighter, but it wasn't a bad fight.
I know what you liked. You liked the medical mon, whatever his name was.
Oh no!
And you liked that he was creepy all the time, and that he was really scary.
Yeah, I like that. That was actually quite scary, and I do kind of like it, but it just made me feel very uncomfortable. Like, he was, can I say, insane? He was saying, "We must operate. We must operate. We must operate," and that was how he was. And it was he was manic, and he was just scary and threatening.
Yeah, you were getting worked.
And I was like, oh well, he is terrifying, and he was probably the most terrifying out of all of them. So it kind of made sense for him to being paired off with Revivemon, who is also rather scary compared to, the relatively superhero-y Globemon, or the kind of cool-looking wrestler, or the
funny guy,
or the comically-looking Entomon.
Entomon doesn't look comical
compared to the other ones. He kind of he looks.
No, he just acts comical.
Yeah, and they were all kind of paired off with one that kind of worked alongside them.
Yeah, which is actually, we'll talk about that in a second. We got revealed that the Surgerymon did perform surgery on Hajime.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
And we don't, and I think that confirms that Hackmon is not Hajime, because he would have said something along those lines while fighting him.
Yeah, but it was it was a good theory while it lasted.
It does not, however, confirm that Naito is not Hajime. We still don't know about that.
They have the same eyes. I still maintain that is my number one suspect.
Eri has those eyes as well.
Maybe Eri and Naito are both Hajime.
The other one I really liked was when the Beautymon says, I'm going to make you beautiful with this attack. That's what the attack does.
Yeah.
Hits Uijimon or whatever his name is.
Ujimon, yeah.
And he just is in this bishy pose. He doesn't actually look any different.
Yeah. No, that was funny.
It was really funny. And the best, I think my favorite part of the fight is when Entomon's fighting Fakemon.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And first of all, he hits him the first time, and he does a ninja replacement technique with a balloon version of Fakemon. And Fakemon keeps saying, ooh, it really hurts. But the best one is he does it, and Fakemon appears to fall down and die. And Astro's like, yeah, I did it. And Entomon's like, yeah, I did it. And you can see Fakemon creeping up behind him like it's a 70s cartoon.
Yeah, and it says, yeah, you did it. And he goes,
they high five.
It's so cute. No, I love Fakemon. And I love each of them seems to have a lot, quite a bit of personality, which is good. And it sort of reminds me of the Dark Masters, how it's, there are 4 of them. I guess there are 4 of them. Well done. That's the same thing.
That makes them the same group,
And, they immediately obliterate the main characters in the first episode they're introduced. And by the way, last episode, when they say, well, the Ultimate 4 are going to just murder them, I didn't actually want that to happen.
You know how the Ultimate 4 are exactly like the Dark Masters in that they always work together and do not seem to have any interpersonal problems? And attack all at once. Just like the Dark Masters. And also aim to kill the kids and not the Digimon.
Yeah, except the Pokémon's actually still helping them.
Yeah, and work directly for another higher power. just like the Dark Masters did. It's
Yeah.
not. It's really, they're very different.
I know. But, I mean, I like this better than the Enter the Dark Masters episode.
Yes.
Because that was just
It's been a long time, honestly.
I think it was like an average. I think we both gave it like a 5 or a 6 or something, but this was much, much better.
Yeah. As function performing as the things are, I think this episode does a better job. Instead of each Dark Master just beats them one after another, this was more, this is what a fight would look like. And I think what was very interesting about it, and what is probably a bit promising, is that the Ultimate Four were winning in this. Ultimate Four, by the way, really lame name. Terrible.
There's 4 of them and they're ultimate.
So, even though they were winning, Naito's still like, I'm going to give them the special L juice anyway. So, there's not going to be like the kids are finally winning, now let's power up the Ultimate Four to make the arc go longer. It's already happened.
Well, to be fair, how many times have we just said, why would you not always try and be your strongest version of yourself just to be safe?
And here it is.
And so
it happened.
Well, we're already pretty safe, but how about we actually kill them?
They didn't. I mean, they killed the Atmon. But they didn't kill the kids.
Yeah, because Eugene jumped in, and I guess onto negatives.
But they did try to kill the kids even after killing the Atmon.
Yeah.
It's not like they said, oh, well, we did it. We got rid of the Atmon and we're done now.
It wasn't like they, when we've complained about this in Digimon in the past, and this is like, we're not moving on to negatives yet because we still have positives, how the bad guys have won.
Yes.
And they just leave.
Yep.
They just leave. Oh, we've won. Bye. Leaving now so the kids can survive.
Like Frontier.
In this one, they were said, and now I'm going to step on these kids. I'm going to kill these kids.
Yep. We killed the Atmon. So, no, it was kill the app drives. That kills the Atmon, and now we're going to kill the kids.
Yes.
All right. Negatives, or do you have any more positives to add?
No, I'm ready for negatives.
My primary negative is that they show you the 60-second timer as they all become an ultimate.
Yes, that was terrible.
And then 20 minutes later, they finally show you the timer again, and it says 3 seconds left.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can just say, okay, this episode lasted for about a minute.
The problem with that is, so there are a lot of movies and stuff where they give you a timer and they legitimately keep to it. Or they can give you reasons why you haven't seen the whole, like, why it feels like longer.
Yeah,
like it's cutting between people.
Cutting to other characters, yeah.
But even just following Haru, there were multiple speeches. There was...
Naito's soliloquy basically lasted, when he's Cloud, lasted about a minute. Like when he was standing there and just talking to Haru, that lasted a minute.
But here's the thing, right? No, so, what's his name? Charismon has a whole speech, and it lasts a while. Then Naito has to be sitting on his boat, has to have a conversation, add in the L juice, which takes a bit of time. Then he has to put on his whole costume, go through the AR field. Then he has to land, which takes a while. And then he has to get up, give the whole speech. And at that point, 57 seconds has not passed. It's really weird.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's my main negative, but I guess you can sort of say, okay, everything just seemed longer for dramatic purposes and everything was actually just a minute long.
No, it's impossible. There's too much stuff happening.
And that is my problem with the 60-second timer, is that I think they might have kept to it in the first few episodes we've seen it. But since then, we've either not seen it, or we've had seen it, it's made no sense. It would have made more sense if we hadn't seen it.
It would have made sense for them just to say either that we have extended the timer through practice, or the timer doesn't... It would be really funny if they looked at it one time and they're like, it's been on 55 for like a minute.
And they didn't even address that.
They've never addressed it, and they should have.
So I thought that when they were appli-rising from the Kiwami chip, that it doesn't have the timer. Like, Shatamon doesn't have a timer.
Yeah, I think it might be related to the duo. I think that's why.
Well, either that or whatever, but he's also...
So next episode, when they get the duos, as we know, because you spoiled me.
No, well, the internet spoiled me, and also...
You showed me the Twitter.
Also,
you scrolled through images and said, look at this.
People who are listening are not good at not spoiling, because a lot of people send me messages like, they die in the next episode, by the way. Like, someone said, and quoted what I said in the last episode, which was... and they all get murdered, and they said, that does happen in the next episode. I'm like, okay, well, thanks. And then
that's what that was.
Yeah, other people, like a lot of people said, famous last words, which isn't like, that's vague enough.
Yeah.
And some people just tagged me in things of it happening. I'm like, okay, that's not fun.
I saw the Facebook message that you had already talked about, and they were apologizing, and I'm like, no, it's cool, man, don't worry about it.
Yeah, which is nice, but like, did you see that post?
I didn't see the post, no. I just saw the apology afterwards.
Yeah.
Which, thank you for, but we'd like to stay spoiler free, because we don't know what's happening.
No, but the worst one was saying, they died. Someone tweeted me, or I think it was tweeting at me. I can't remember. Someone said they die in the next episode. I'm like, well, thanks.
Sorry, what happens to Snapemon?
Snape-chan. But, I mean, so I was kind of prepared, but, like, I feel like it would have meant more of, like, well, I know they actually do die. And I thought they might have been able to get safely away, but no, like, it was spoiled that they die, so...
Have you seen that video? Which is, hey, dude, you want to see my car's new spoiler? And they go, yeah, sure. And there's a big sticker in the back. It just says Snape dies in the end.
I have seen that. That's so funny. But no, besides that, there weren't that many negatives. I feel like another negative is that people did hype this episode up a bit.
That's not a negative of the episode.
Yeah, but it's not a negative of the episode. Like, I don't think it's as good as the last episode.
Yeah, because while I think the episode was less entertaining because it was a big fight scene, it still functionally kind of had to be that. So fine. It's not negative as a result of that.
It did well at what it had to do.
Yeah.
And there were a few laughs, like Fakemon and Entomon.
Fakemon's great.
That was great. And I'm still trying to work out where I put it in my ranking, but I guess we'll get to that when we talk about it. So favourite character, and why is it Fakemon?
It really is, isn't it?
It really is. Like, well done bringing in a bad guy and making him a good character.
I'm so on board with this. Just like, hey, you got him, Entomon. Good job. High five. And they're still high-fiving, and everyone's like, hold on, wait a minute. And then they both blow up.
Yeah, but as terms of, like, an actual villain bad guy who is meant to be scary, Biomon's terrifying.
It's pretty rough.
Oh, and I guess miscellaneous bits, because I remembered about something. We didn't see Karasimon do any mind control.
Well, we saw Fakemon do a bunch of stuff, and Beautymon didn't really do anything, just talked about it a lot.
She threatened her... No, she used the beauty attack and made...
Yeah, but that didn't actually do anything. It just made the rest of them be like, ooh, I'm pretty hot. And they're like, no, you're still ugly.
Yeah, but
I thought he did look different.
I thought he did too.
But then
I think it was the pose.
Eri goes, you don't look... It's the same.
Yeah, and the thing is, you just don't see... You see all of them except for Karasimon, who doesn't have that... We don't see anything about him, so I guess maybe we get more of a focus.
I think it'll be Eugen.
Yeah, I still expected while the portal closed, I expected, like, the last shot you see is that...
The red eye.
He's got a red eye.
Side note, the portal closes and we know Eri and Astra are still in there.
No.
Yeah.
Eugen said Astra and Eri are already outside.
What? Oh, I'd missed that.
Yeah, he said Astra, Eri and the others.
That's not so funny.
So the others as in... Ray.
Just Ray. You know what would be funny? I don't think... Has Eugen ever met Ray?
No, I think they might have at I's place.
Oh, I must have, yeah. But it would be really, really funny if they just never met up to this point, and he's like, who are you?
Mm. But speaking of Ray, I really liked how he just said, we can't just run away, we have to fight them. They know Hajime.
Yeah, because he's the only guy who has, like, a dog in this fight.
Mm. And all the characters are kind of like, oh, that's right, you were here. We forgot about you for 10 episodes, but okay.
So where were you again? I was working out that L Corp and Leviathan are the same thing. It's like, yeah, Eri figured that out too, because the L Corp CEO just told her.
Yeah.
Oh, I put in a lot of effort and risked my life for this. Yeah, again, she got it because she was pretty.
Yeah. Though, I still don't understand why Naito had to be Cloud when the kids already know about the L Corp and Leviathan thing.
Because there has to be a thing that's really obvious that they don't know. Which is exactly this. Like, when they find out it's going to be Naito, they're like, oh my god! I can't believe it!
Yeah, it just still amazes me that everyone's like, huh? Yeah,
it actually wasn't... It wasn't quite... They were surprised. They were definitely surprised, but it was really, like, toned down. I thought the only reason you'd keep it from them for so long, when it's so obvious, is to make it really funny. Yeah. To make that Junpei face. They're just like, oh, okay, got it.
But it wasn't a big funny thing. It was just kind of like a thing, and we just kind of
I guess we know this information now.
Yeah, I guess that's a thing. I did have something else that was a miscellaneous bit, but it's completely gone from my mind, which is really sad. Rest in peace, my thoughts.
Caught Up Man wasn't here.
Still no sign of UMI Capture J.
Oh, he's the best.
The best character ever.
UMI Hunter J.
I think it's UMI or something. He's the best. Ranking. Look, this is a hard one to place. So, I mean, I'll just go through the top bits and I'll say if it's worse.
Can you not? Can you just try?
Okay, well... You
lob a number at it?
It's worse than Cameramon's Halloween Scandal.
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Mate, it's not in the top 10.
It's not? Oh, I would say I think it would be in the top few.
Fine, then put it above the Prophecy one, like you put everything above.
What the Prophecy one?
The Telemon episode. The one that you put high up and then you hate it every time a decent episode comes along. Every decent episode you go, it's better than the Telemon one though, right?
I don't know why that's
It's been shunted down like 17 spots, I swear.
Okay, so I think I've been confused in my list because I have Aim for the Nine Gods, AppliEpisode 470 elections as 36 and 35.
Well,
Okay, I mean, I've got the episode number there at least. I think it's better than the truth behind the Appli Driver episode.
I don't know, dude.
Yes,
it's your
it's there.
ranking.
It goes there.
It
goes there. I put it there.
I don't really mind what you say.
Okay, so it is fifth.
Okay.
It is fifth place.
It's probably more than I'd say, but it's up to you.
Well, I liked it. The thing is, it gave me laughs more than some of the other episodes did,
Alright.
and it
I don't think it was
something.
as consistently entertaining as the problem.
Yeah, but hopefully episode 4 still the best episode.
Yeah, untouchable.
All right, so everyone, join us next week for Appli Monsters episode 38. Get Gatchmon back. Grandpa Denimon's trial.
I called it.
So that's exciting. Like, we get the excitingness of...
Being told, hey, you know how Gatchmon died and it was really sad? Oh, he'll be back next episode.
So you can email us at LostinTranslationmon@gmail.com, or you can comment on this episode or message us on SoundCloud. You can follow us on @TranslationMon on Twitter, and you can find us on Lost in Translation on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and YouTube. We have a discussion thread on With the Will and a Reddit thread in the @Mon subreddit, and we'd really appreciate if you were to review us on iTunes and or Stitcher. We have a website where you can check out my Appli ranking, and it'll be up to date with correct episode titles now. You can donate to our Patreon, which is linked in the description, from as little as $1 a month. And $1 a month gets you access to our Slack chat group at high levels, gets you things like exclusive notes, information, early and unedited episode recordings, the ability to suggest discussion topics, Skype calls with May and Jay, and more.
And thank you to our current Patreon supporters, Sam Krieger, who hosts a podcast called The Moncast, which talks about Pokemon and Digimon. Stevie, who is Stevie Padamon on Tumblr and is currently taking commissions. Wu Qinglong, who you can find at twitch.tv/Wu Qinglong. Metal Mamimon, Joe, Anime Guy, who is Anime Guy Kurosaki and the #1 on YouTube. Penguin Mage, Sharkmon, Ishbal Bamba, Hiro Alato, who is at Hiro Alato on Twitter. Jason Morosky, Ryuchi, who is Frost Magic on Archive of Our Own, Stephen Reeves, who is at WildWing64 on Twitter, Kaidawashi, Mac, Noam, Riku, Red and Garen from the Versus podcast, which you can find on SoundCloud, Shisai, who you can follow at Shisai236 on Tumblr, Corey, Kyle, Delady Bugman, whose anime blog you can find at baguburagu.wordpress.com, Small Wolfie, who is on Tapastic as Small Wolfie and has a comic called The Eden of Melancholy, Tom, Glitchgoat, Azrael McCool, Nicholas, and Matthew.
You can also make a one-off donation on our PayPal, which you can find in the description. It's paypal.me/Edgemon. And make sure to listen to the podcast. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.